Mr. Transformers 96 here, another review. This time Transformers Dark of the Moon, Leader Class Ironhide. So here you go. So anyway, so here's his box. Very cool. I keep my deluxe instructions in here just because it's pretty big, and deluxes I have the most of, so that'll be good. Come to the back, you see his gimmicks, picture of him, picture of his gimmick, picture of him in truck mode. So there you go. So very cool. And also, I'd like to talk just really quick. Do you guys like my new lighting? So yes, I think that it is much better. I don't know. The reason that it's much different is before I had a shelf on top of this, which created a line of shadow just in the back. So then when you move toys to the back like this, it would be shadowed. So what I did, I thought that you couldn't remove the shelves, that the screws were screwed into the shelves, but it seems that the shelves are just on top of the screws. So I took off my shelf, and now I have plenty of room to for tall figures like Galactus. I used to have to move to my other shelf to review. Now I could have reviewed him from here. So I opened up this, made it for taller figures, and now for figures like so now it's not shaded in the back. So there you go. Hope you like it. But there. So you can probably see this right here. It is my Voyager Ironhide. Just to give you a comparison of how big this guy is. He's not like insane, but he's pretty good. He's a good leader class size, which is nice. I also have my deluxe. And then why don't we just throw in the Cyberverse Commander? So there you go. So there's the size going down. Very cool. So yeah, so I've reviewed the deluxe. His review has been out for months and months now. And then these two are probably before this guy. I think I'm gonna post this one last because it's the best. So there you go. So anyway, let's get on to reviewing the figure at hand here, the great leader class Ironhide, which collectors seem to be gunning for. So anyway, so here you go. So a lot of collectors are really liking this guy, and it's making him very hard to find, considering that he's just coming out, and it's just super hard for him to find. You know, I went through a lot of trouble. About a couple weeks ago, I decided I really wanted him, and I had $10 off a leader figure at Target, so I was determined to find him at Target. By the end of the day, I had called 43 Targets just to find this guy. Absolutely none of them had him, and I just wasted 3 hours of my life calling and waiting on the phone to 43 different Targets. It took me 3 hours. I broke it up into the day, but it's still, altogether, it took me 3 hours. So that was crazy. So I was really disappointed in how much effort I put into this, and how excited I was to pick this guy up, and then just to not be able to find him. And then last week they had a sale for $10 off a leader class figure at Toys R Us. So by then I was really determined. I called a bunch of Toys R Us's. None of them had them except for one Toys R Us that was like 40 minutes away from me, but I drove all the way down there and I picked him up. So it's crazy how hard it is to find this guy, but I did, and I got him for $10 off. I picked up this guy for $35, which was a steal. So I'm very impressed with that. So anyway, now done with blubber talking about my shelf and why I got this guy, and how I got this guy, I guess. Now on to the figure. So as the truck, it is a beautiful truck mode right here. Really, it's quite stunning. The only problem that I have with this truck is this. A little bit of kibble on the bottom, which is no problem though. Pretty much every Ironhide that has ever been released has kibble on the bottom. The only one that seems to not have very much at all is this Voyager one. The Voyager one seems to be pretty good with kibble. It's got this little line right there. But the Voyager one does very nice with kibble. But this, it does have some kibble, but it is totally fine. I am completely okay with it, no problem. It rolls fine. It rolls fantastically, as you can see, you know. So if you want to get a couple dreads here, smash them into each other, you can. So there you go. But yeah, so anything, the wheels, they're designed very nicely. And I love this black right here. Everything tabs together and perfect. That's the problem with the deluxe one. My deluxe guy, right here, it doesn't tab in, you know. I can get it to tab in, but as soon as I let go, it tabs right out. So to get this guy, which is perfectly tabbed in, perfectly stable, and just very nice, is pretty awesome. Got the nice clean back of the truck here, which you can lay things, you know, it fits pretty much anything, which is nice. You got the 4X by 4x4 pretty much, and then the GMC logo. It says Road Armor here, and then Road Armor on the bottom here. On the bottom you can see his face, but it's on the bottom, so who cares? So yeah, but anyway, it's perfect. And you can also, if you have him jumping up in the air, you can activate the spinning gimmick. Yeah, I did just press this button. That's what this button does. It does kind of like on just his engine starting, it kind of sounds. But anyway, back to this. You can open this and have this. So if you want him to jump up in the air and attack Decepticons, you can. So yes, so very cool and just very nice. And I love how the gimmick of the weapons is still usable in this and usable in a great way right here. You can flip out weapons on the top, which is pretty amazing. And two really great weapons, which are really nice, and they pop in. Which is awesome. I really love that. And really no kibble in the windows. I mean, there's this little thing in the window, but over here, that's like, you know, a little metallic bar there, you know, it's not like kibble. So they did a great job. It's solid, which I love. You can shake this around, you know, it's not going to fall apart, and it's perfect. Really love this alt mode, and just very nicely. So yes. And also, this might be in a two-parter. I haven't decided yet. If it is a two-parter, then this review is just this review and then the transformation, or I might just do it all together. I have no idea. So very sorry if you see a part 2 or whatever up there, so sorry about that. But anyway, let's start the transformation. You also have the Autobot symbol in the back here. So there you go. And sorry I'm not comparing him to any other leaders in the car mode, but I will compare him to the leaders in robot mode. So there you go. So anyway, okay, so to start off, you're just going to want to just put the legs right there, and just move it down just like that. Foot the legs up, open them, and then rotate them at the knee. So a very simple leg transformation. You are done. Now you can have the very famous walking truck. So yes, so very nice. And then with the camera up there, what we're going to want to do is take this... Ooh, sorry. Let me just move this back a bit so that I can. There we go. Alright, and then you're going to want to take this actually right here, and this is kind of hard to get your hands on it. There you go. But you just gotta kind of get in there and pull this up just like this, and then you can rotate it down if you want to. Just get it out of your way now. That opens a little centerpiece in the middle here, just like this. So now what you're going to want to do with the sides is open the sides up. There you go. Just slide them up like this. Slide it all the way up, and then fold this in, and just leave it there for now. Same on this side. Fold it up, fold this down, and leave it there for right now. So there you go. And then what you're going to want to do with this car mode is you're going to want to take this fender piece and just pop it up just like this. Move it back for right now. So I don't know if you saw that, you might have missed it, but this was down like this. Just kind of move this up, just like this. And now you have the heads. Then this one unpegged itself, and this is kind of a hard thing to peg in, but you just gotta try. It's the peg right here, and then the little slot right there. You just have to peg it in. So sorry if you're struggling with that, transforming it back, you know, but that's what you gotta do, pretty much. And then just slowly rotate this up. Yeah, I thought so. Horrible ball joint right here. Pops off all the time. It's just, it's so unnecessary. And you don't even hear the pop in. It just kind of slides back in. Very horrible on that joint right there. Just popped out again. Isn't that special? You know, that's always nice. It always makes your day. Then just, if you have it off, you're just going to want to fold the wheel in like this, and then try to pop it back in. Yeah. cheap, but what are you gonna do? But anyway, okay, let me, oh, jeez. This thing is so annoying. What I'm gonna recommend is you just put it in like this first, and then just peg it in there, and then you worry about the ball joint. See, it's right here, and then you can just pop in the ball joint like this, and then fold this back like that. So let's try it over here, the ball joint of doom. That's what I'm going to call this. There you go. Okay, so now fold in the wheel, just like this, and then the little peg there, and then there's a little hinge there. That's what you're doing. So then just do this, and then worry about the ball joint, and then fold this back. Bada boom, we are almost done. A very simplistic transformation, considering it's a leader class, which is very nice. Yeah, just a lot better. So now with the arms, what you're going to do is they're on just little pegs. Just want to unpeg it, just boom, just like that. Fold it out, and then I'll rotate this thing. Just swing it across here, and then tab it into this. Well, can you see it? There you go. There's the little tab right there. It's the gray tab, and just tab it in just like that. Sorry, it's kind of hard to see with all the stuff in front of it, but yeah. And then just do the same on this side. Just unpeg it like this. Rotate the whole assembly. You're gonna have to move this up just a bit to get it in, and then just pop it in there, and then you can rotate that back. Oh, isn't that special? Yes, of course. I thought that I was done with the Doom peg, but here we are again. So yes, it has foiled my evil plans. But anyway, so yeah, there you go. So now the arms are ready in place. You just need to rotate them down. This little piece right here has a little peg. It's kind of hard to see because it's on black. See that peg right there, right here, and then there's a little slot right here on the side of the arm. See, there's a slot, and then you just have to peg it in. So yeah, this is one annoying thing in robot mode. This thing doesn't stay pegged very much. I mean, it stays pegged if you just have it like this, but if you intend to move this guy around, pose him, you know, just do whatever, it will come unpegged. So just to let you know. So yes, but do the same. Peg it in on this guy, and then just put it where you need it. And then with the kibble, kibble's pretty simple. Just pretty much just do that, just to get it out of your way. So there you go. So then once you get him standing, you have the leader class Ironhide in front of you. So very cool. So just so you can see him. Very awesome, a very nice Ironhide. As you can see, transformation is pretty simple, and you might think that maybe I practiced or something, and I really didn't. What I did was, obviously he comes like this. I transformed him in truck mode yesterday night. I started this review this morning and transformed him back without even practicing, and I did a pretty good job. So it's a simple thing to do. You really remember things. Things really just go where they need to. There's no thinking of, oh wait, how do I turn this? No, you just slide it and plug it in. So it's all very simple stuff. There's not a lot of thinking involved with this. You just got to do some stuff, and so yeah. Probably the hardest parts of this, which aren't hard at all, but the hardest of the easy stuff is this kind of stuff, having to plug it in from this, and same with this, having to reach through all the stuff to plug the stuff in. You'll understand more of what I'm talking about when you start to transform it. But yeah, it's a simple transformation all in all. This is one that I could probably even do a review of transforming it back into car mode. You know, it's pretty simple. So now, you know, I'm going to stick with one video. So you have one video here, no parts. I'm going to do the one video. So anyway, size comparison, let's do that. So yeah, size comparison time. Okay, we have a nice Starscream right here, of course. So here they are together. Starscream is taller than Ironhide here. So yeah, but that seems to be the trend with the new Dark of the Moon line. Yeah, as you can see, Starscream's a little nicer. I really like Starscream. I'm just a big fan of him, and a big fan of this. So yeah, they kind of are like the opposites of each other. They're kind of the right-hand man to the leader of the Autobots and leader of the Decepticons. Don't know why I couldn't spit that out, but yeah, they're kind of like opposites to each other. So it's nice that we get leader modes for both of them. So yeah, so very cool. And then I'm just gonna rotate that guy to the side right now, and Okay, we have Megatron from the second movie. So there you go, them together. And if I could look at them, there you go. So yes, Megatron is taller, as you can see. And so yeah. And now lastly, with my only other Autobot leader. Oh, good stuff, good stuff. Sorry about that, folks. Putting leader toys back can be lethal. But anyway, Sentinel Prime right here. And spoiler alert, the killer and the killee, I guess you could say, because Sentinel kills Ironhide in the movie, so yes. Well, looking at it like this, it seems that they're about the same height, but on my shelf I could have sworn that this guy's a bit taller. I think Ironhide has him beat by just a very small amount, so nothing substantial there, but just a very small amount. In fear of another avalanche, I just put him on the floor. So anyway, yes, thank you. Ironhide has just introduced us to the next topic, these weak leg joints. Yes, that is the only other problem that I really have with this guy, the weak legs. They are just these hinges. They're ratcheting, but usually ratchets are tight. This ratchet just... It's flimsy. It's just very flimsy like that. So that is a big shame. So when you're picking him up or you put him down just with like one hand, his legs will just pretty much just go like this. So that is a shame. But what are you going to do? Once you mess with him a bit, you can get him to stand. So it's not that big of a problem, but it is annoying when you like want to pose him or something like that. Just those horrible ratcheting. And as far as detail... everything's pretty good. I like all of this. Even though this stuff doesn't transform, they sculpted it all in, which is nice. I like the spotty piece, which is pretty good. The arms are good. They're pretty bulky. This panel on the back makes them bulkier, which I like. And demonstrating this comes unpegged. Yes, a lot. As I mentioned when I was pegging them in. And here we are 5 minutes later, or probably less than that, and they are unpegged. But anyway, are just very cool. He's pretty bulky too. He's just very nice. I assume that you guys have at least a Starscream, Megatron, or a Sentinel that I just put out. He's a pretty bulky one. I like him. His Autobot symbol is here, which is also the little trigger for his gimmick. Now into gimmicks. When you move this down... Yes, this thing spins out and does the sounds. The only problem with this, I don't know if it's just mine or if it's everybody's, but you have to really just whip on this to get it to do the sounds. If you just do this, it won't do the sound. You have to go like... You really have to yank it on mine. I don't know why. The only way that you can just not do it that way is if you push this down. What I like about this is no matter how hard you push this down, it will make the sound. I don't know if it's just mine or if it's everybody's. It seems to be kind of strange that you have to really just yank it to get it to do sounds on the middle part here, but on the top it doesn't work that way. I don't know. A couple ways to activate the mouth gimmick. First way, just do that. Second way, and third way. There you go. And also, while doing that, demonstrating these weak ratcheting joints. Yes, thank you very much, Ironhide. But anyway, so yeah, I like the sounds are really nice. They're pretty neat. I love this middle piece. It is quite amazing that they can have that middle piece and still have him transform. I am very impressed with that. Just really astonished by how good they are with these toys. Second, you saw it in car mode. You just pull these, and the weapons pop out. Just push them back in, they go back in. They're very nice. This guy, you can't see the weapon too well because this panel is like blocking it a bit, which isn't great. The panel, the gun is a little bit too small for him, I think. I think it should be much bigger, but I don't know, maybe it's just me. On this side, the gun looks really nice, but you've got this big panel sticking up. I would have wished, because you need the panel till here. I wish they put a hinge here so that you can fold this back. That would have been really nice, but they didn't do that, which is a shame. So yeah, so what are you going to do? You just pop these back in. I display them like this. I leave the left arm in, and then I leave the right gun out. So yeah, but you can do it however you want it. Third, or yeah, I guess I'm doing electronics, gun arms, and then leg weapons. Leg weapons is a new thing, which I don't think I've seen for any other Transformer, but it's very neat. Let me get it down to the legs. Is when you move this out, a rocket comes out, which is really awesome. It is a firing rocket. You just press that button, it fires a missile, and it holds the missile while it's in leg form. You can unpeg it and put it in his hands, but the only thing is I've heard that it's way hard to get back in this, so I have not tried it, and I have no plans on trying it just because I don't really need it. The other thing is this, the flipping out blade, which is awesome. It's a really nice blade. You just unpeg it just like that. You can pop that back in, and then you just pop it into his hand, and he's got a blade. It looks very cool. He really doesn't use knives in the movie, but it still looks awesome. Nevertheless, it really does. And then, and how simple it is to get it back in is really what's cool. You just go and just pop it in, and then boom. See how easy that was just to get it in there? Even though you have to peg it in 3 places, it's simple, which is awesome. This is a very nice Ironhide. It's good for posing. The only problems I seem to have that I have with it are the ratcheting thighs. That's it, though. The cable is very concealed on the back there. You can kind of see the panel down there, but it really doesn't matter. The chest, I know a lot of people have complained with Ironhide toys in the past of how the chest doesn't stay in. This one does, and it's done very nicely. Love the pop-out weapons, love all the secret weapons, and just the sound effects are very cool. You can remove this little plate from his mouth. I don't know why. I think it looks fine, but if you wanted to, you can just go to Pingu, and he has a review that shows you how to do that. I know I said his name wrong. Just about every time I say his name like that, somebody comments, but I know I said it wrong. Okay, so anyway, but it's very nicely. Just one last thing. The way that I display him is with this. I do give him the Voyager's gun, just because I don't let the Voyager use this gun. I just don't like it on him. But for him, it's a better size. Even though it's still pretty big, it's a better size. And it just looks nice on his shoulder there, just as another weapon. This is completely how I display him on my shelf. That gun popped out, a gun on his arm, the concealed gun there, don't use the leg guns, and there you go. So anyway, a very nice toy, highly recommended. If you can get it for the price that I spent, which was $35, it's a must-have for you. If you can get it on regular retail for $45, it's still well worth it. I do highly recommend it. It's a very nice toy for all of you Autobot fans, and considering that, spoiler alert if you haven't seen the movie yet, considering he dies, and you know, even if they do a number 4, he won't be in it because he died. And if they remake the thing, he'll probably look a lot different. So if you're an Ironhide fan, this is going to be one of your last chances. It's definitely the biggest movie Ironhide they've released, so it's a must-have for you guys. But anyway, it's a very nice toy. I really recommend it, and it's just very cool. So there you go. So that's my review of Transformers: Dark of the Moon Leader Class Ironhide. Yeah. So there you go. Thanks for watching.